Yo, top of the morning, people. Welcome back to the Homies Tribune. It's me, Mike Gam, as your host, talking to the homies, of course. If this is your first time tuning in, if you have tuned in, then you already know, man, the show wouldn't be right without the infamous red cup, okay? Cheers to you. Don't worry about what's in my cup. It's my cup, people. Okay? Now, I don't know, you might be laying in the bed. You may be on your way to work. You may be on your way to the gym, drop the kids off, cook. I don't know. Whatever you doing, go on and pick this device up right here. Go on and get on that YouTube, type in that homies Tribune, and let me get you through your day. All right. So you may heard, you may not have heard. Diddy, they finally took Diddy down Monday. They took him to jail. Tuesday, he tried to make bond for 50 million, which was denied. You may you may not have been following the case, but earlier this year, Cassie, who was Diddy's ex, sued Puff for a bunch of different things. Um, After she did that, it kind of opened up the floodgates for everybody else to say he raped them, guys and girls. He's been having these crazy freak off parties at his home, recording people without people knowing, without their consent. So this is why they find this happened earlier this year. This is why they came Monday, uh, and he went to jail or whatever. And Tuesday, which was yesterday, tried to get bond. They denied him. It's been crazy. It seems like he's getting blamed for everything. Let me just read some of the things that his documents are. They're not sealed no more. So let me just read some of the things that Diddy is indicted on. All right, all right. So Sean Combs. Diddy's indictment has been officially unsealed with charges, count one of racketeering conspiracy, count two, sex trafficking, and count three, uh, transportation to engage in prostitution, transportation to engage in prostitution. Accused of creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Yo, they hitting Diddy with everything right now. It's crazy. Uh, and I'm just reading different things that I saw. Sean Diddy Combs indicted, charged with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, transportation to engage in prostitution. So you know what we do on the show. Either I'm giving y'all something that I didn't talk with the homies about, and I felt it would be important to get on here, or just want to inform y'all, or I let people, hop in the comments, and ask me what's my opinion on it. You know what I mean? And that's what happened. Somebody asked me what was my opinion on what was going on with Diddy. Me personally, I feel that it's a couple ways that I feel. I don't think he should be in jail right now. And I know it's going to sound crazy to people, but I'm looking at it. This is how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it from this standpoint. Yes, if they're really trying to give people justice, like the victims, the people who went through these things, who was abused by him, mentally, physically, whatever may be the case, um, they should let him go home. They already took his passport, so he can't leave the country. Things of that nature should just be on heavy watch to make sure he don't leave. Which I don't think he's trying to escape or leave the country. But You never know, right? The reason why I say this though is because it's no different from Epstein. He was in jail, locked up, and he supposedly hung himself. I think it was in 2019. Epstein Island, that whole little sex trafficking with kids and things of that nature. Coincidence, the two cameras that was in front that you could see him with, or you could see him supposedly in his jail cell, didn't work, which is which is crazy to me. But they found him in his cell, unresponsive. Um, and I'm only saying this because of I'm comparing Diddy and Epstein for the simple fact these are two people who, they were tapped in with other important people, of the world. Meaning, other CEOs, other billionaires, other people that's having real money, other people that's having it their way, secret society type things. My point is this: Epstein getting saying that he hung himself, I highly doubt. But what I do believe is these are people, Diddy, and I'm speaking of Diddy and Epstein. These are people who high caliber. They know other secrets. They have other people. Like Diddy know other people that was in them free calls. Some was with it. Some had no knowledge of it. You know what I'm saying? Um, my thing is same money as Diddy or bigger money than Diddy. How they might not do something to Diddy, scared that they might get indicted. Yeah, because again, you gotta understand, Puff been having it his way and been tapped in this industry since the early '90s. You know what I'm saying? Diddy probably got a lot of dirt on people, a lot of dirt. Some dead, some still alive. Some maybe don't want to tarnish their career since they are gone. I think at this time, this is the most important time to protect Diddy if they trying to get these people justice. This is just my opinion because it's like I said, Epstein was supposed to be in court. I mean, in jail, safe, and he committed suicide. You know what I mean? Of course, the cameras didn't catch it. I just don't want them same mishaps to happen to Diddy while he supposed to be in custody. You know what I mean? Again, it looked like he's is facing every charge there possibly could be. But and if somebody asking me my opinion, it's not the fact that he, to me, it's not the fact he did it, right? Because it's certain things that you can't, you can't even, like you seen him on camera hitting Cassie. There's no wiggling out of that. It wasn't, you don't have a twin. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, right? But my thing is, you doing that in the hotel and hitting her, kicking her, dragging her. I'm sure you have to be aware that you're in an establishment that have cameras. But you just, to me, it's like I don't give a crap. You know what I'm saying? The arrogance. But the real question here is, who's allowed Diddy to move like this for years, though? And why now? Like, and people are, oh, well, because Cassie came for. No, because again, if they wanted to, they could have gave her some quiet hush money and kept it moving, right? What I'm saying is, who did Diddy piss off? Who's hired Diddy? Everything came back falling on him because again, the things that Diddy is being charged for is not like a. it was a one-time thing. No, it was a repeated. It was repeated. So I have a couple questions. One, who taught Diddy this? Yeah. One, who taught him this? Two, who's allowed him to do this for all these years? Because a lot of things that came out, it wasn't um it's been said for years. People kind of knew, some knew exactly what was going on. You see it now as the everything is spilling over. You see certain people starting to stand up and say their piece and say this and say that, and he did this and did that. I want to know who's allowed him to do this for years. These are the questions we should be asked. Why now? Who's allowed him to do this for years? And the main thing is, if you're really trying to get justice for the victims, I think y'all should give him bond to make sure we don't have no Epstein mishaps. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they shouldn't get justice. I'm saying he should be out to make sure he don't hang himself. Nothing crazy that people want justice. And that's not going to get it for him taking his own life or doing something like that. And I'm not wishing that on nobody. I'm not saying that's cool. But what I'm saying is I don't believe Epstein in their custody, he did that to himself. I believe he knew other big, powerful secrets that he was going to expose, and people got afraid, and he had to go. Who says Diddy? Who says Diddy is no different? I'm sure he know other powerful secrets. Um, I'm sure everything that they confiscated, from the guns, from the videos, um, from the 1,000 goddamn bottles of baby oil. This is why thousands. This is why nobody can't get no oil, because Diddy got all of them. Jesus Christ. No, I'm playing. But man, 1,000 bottles is crazy. But I think these are the real questions that we should be asking. Y'all hop in them comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. The ones who have been commenting, I appreciate it sincerely. Thank you. I'm signing off. Mike Gam, Homies Tribune, and we out. Peace.